In the last 18 months, we've scaled TradeLocker, which is a forex trading platform, to now between $50 and $100 million in valuation, and hundreds of thousands of traders are using it every single month. And in this video, I'm going to show you an email template that you can use and follow the steps every single time that you're sending an email to your community, to your prop firm users, or to your traders, whatever trading business you have. So you can follow the exactly same framework. So make sure to watch until the end, where I will give you also the tips how to optimize it and make sure that you have the best results. All right, so let's get into it. If you look at different kinds of emails that you can send, this template will help you when sending these one-time broadcasts. So you can use it every single time that you're sending a one-time email that is not planned, that is not automated. So there's no trigger that activates it. So here is what you can do. And most of this information you can replicate in your automated sequences as well. But I'm just gonna go over this email quickly. If you want this template and more, just comment under this video. I'll send it to you. Or if you want to be a part of the workshop where I'll go over this in much more detail, let me know. All right, first of all, subject line. The whole goal of the subject line is for a person to click your email. So they read the subject line and they click the email. So each part of the email has just the purpose to go to the next step or to continue reading. Ask yourself, what will make the person reading the subject line click? So what are they interested in? And make sure that it is short, clear, and it sparks curiosity. So if they click on the subject line, it should give them exactly what is promised. Otherwise, they will stop reading your email. So this is an example for your, for example, signals group. Today's top signal 20 pips in euro dollar. Why is this a good subject line? Because if you are a trader and you want to trade euro dollar, this is a signal that will help you earn money. And the second one, missed yesterday's webinar, watch the replay now. So if you have traders that are watching you trade, this is just a subject line that will give them exactly what's promised. Replay from the webinar. All right, so now that you have the subject line, look at the preview text. Preview text is here to support the subject line. Basically, if someone reads the subject line, it should motivate them to click even more. It should not damage the subject line. It should just support it and make it even more powerful. So make sure to spark curiosity. It can be a little bit longer. That's the text that will show up in an email. Under the subject line before someone opens the email. Make sure, and this is a common mistake, when someone is writing a subject line, they give it away. If you write what they're gonna get in an email and basically the main thing of an email, you're gonna mess it up. So if your subject line is today's top signal 20 pips in euro dollar, and in the preview text you add the entry and exit position, then you messed up. So make sure you don't do that. Make it spark curiosity and make them open an email. Then you're writing an email. So let me go over each section separately. First line, hi Luca, hi name. Why is that there? Because you want to personalize the name. Never send hi there or hey you or hi team and stuff like that. That just doesn't help you with being more personal with the person, and also it doesn't help with delivery of an email. It helps a little bit to have dynamic fields so that if you're sending a lot of emails, Google recognizes that each is a little bit different, at least a little bit personalized, so it doesn't look like spam. So how to do it? Just use their first name, or you can just have a first name and the intro. Whatever you like. I prefer hi first name, straight to the point, and don't complicate that. That's a pretty simple one. So hi Luca, and then what if you could predict today's euro dollar moves? That next line is basically a hook. What does a hook do? A hook helps you get them to continue reading. So based on this hook, you'll determine if, or they will determine if it's worth reading, if it's worth continuing reading an email. So the whole purpose of the hook is to make the reader continue reading, and what to ask yourself, what would make them continue reading? What is the pain or fear of missing out? Or what will they lose if they don't continue reading? So good hook is, what if you could predict today's market moves with confidence? Or here's how traders like you make 50 pips in yesterday's market. Things like that. It can also be a proof of what will people reading your email get out of this email, but it should not answer. It should not give them the answer yet. And then the next thing is the body, like the main part where you give them the value. Make sure that this part is as clear, as concise, and as understandable as possible. So, good formula is use as little words as possible to deliver the message in like its full value. So you can see that here it's pretty simple. Explained euro dollar as a signal. It's a breakout opportunity. Where is the resistance? Where is the support? What do? You wait for the breakout above the resistance target of 1.2100, and then you give a tip. Optimal entry will be determined by Fibonacci retracement, or you can help yourself with it. So make it zero confusion. Don't write this chunk of text. That's like the biggest mistake possible. If I was reading this email, this is what I would do. Like I would just glance over it and that's it. If it was like a chunk of text, I would never read it, okay? And I'm sure it's the same with you. After that, you can give them like a CTA, like call to action, and it should be also clear, and it should define, or it should invite them to get even more value. So if you were giving a signal there, give them even more signals if they click. If you were telling them about how to trade with an indicator, then give them a link to the full guide, things like that. Just extend the value that they're getting, and this can be a paid activity, or you can ask them to do something before they get the value. So be specific, be clear. These are a few examples. Get today's full signal analysis here. This is just an extension of this part. And or you can say join tonight's free webinar, reserve your spot. So if you're talking about market analysis for this week and the whole email is about that, doesn't make sense to analyze the market in the email. Don't forget that. Nobody's going to read it. You're just ruin your open rate for the next emails. Just invite them to somewhere where you can speak openly and for a longer time. The next thing is subscribers to our signals earned an average of 150 pips last week. Give them proof of why they should click. And you should always look at highest level of undeniable proof that you can present. All right, there are levels of proof, and I will record a video about it. But basically, the highest undeniable level of proof is people talking to other people that they know, like, and trust how great you are. Below that, a little bit below that, is a video testimonial of a famous person, for example, talking about you. So get as close to that. If you cannot get a video testimonial of a person that is well known in the market, then just get a bunch of people who talk highly of you. If you cannot even do that, just write what is an average. Just write some proof, stats, or screenshots of earnings, or screenshots of trades, QR codes that prove the trades, things like that. Just make sure it's undeniable. Don't scam. Don't make it up. Just play something that anybody else can play, basically. And then the last part, talk soon. Luca, PS, don't forget tonight's live webinar will cover advanced breakout strategies. Join now. What is this part? This part is a signature. Don't complicate it there. And PS part, postscript, is one of the most important parts of your email. Why? Because most people read the hook and they read postscript. If this is bad, or if you don't write postscript, that's a big missed opportunity. And if you don't have a hook, that's a missed opportunity. So make sure that at least your subject line, your hook, and postscript are really good and your body is not too long. All right, so postscript should just invite them even more further to the CTA, or you can, for example, if you remove the CTA completely from here, you don't need to have this here. You can add it in postscript, or you can give them a bunch of links. For example, if you want to learn from me, click here. If you want to join my Discord, click here. Or if you want private one-on-one mentorship, click here. And if you don't have any CTAs in your emails, you just deliver pure value. And at the end, you just invite them, hey, if you want, I'm not forcing you. There's just a list of 3 links or 2 links, things like that. If they want, they can click. If not, no worries. But postscript is a huge opportunity in emails. And then below that at the end. Of course, make sure that you make it super simple to unsubscribe from your emails. Don't complicate that. If you don't, you're just gonna get marked as spam. Your deliverability will suck, and you just mess it up. Just make it simple. Don't complicate there. All right, and this is how the email will look like if you finish it. Hi Luca, what if you could predict today's euro-dollar moves? Here's the breakout opportunity. Our strategy is wait for the breakout above resistance to target 1.2100. Pro tip: combine this setup with Fibonacci retracement levels for optimal entries. Subscribe to our signals here. Subscribers to our signals earned an average of 150 pips last week. Talk soon, name. So what this could look like as well is like this. Like you could move this part here and remove those two rows if you want to make it even simpler. But anyways, now that you finished, you need to make sure that your emails are optimized, and that's what we are going to cover now. I'm going to close this, and for optimization, there are a few things that you need to make sure that you don't miss. All right, so make sure that email is easy to read. As I said, it should have the minimum amount of text and information for the same result or for the same value. So you should not sacrifice the amount of text for the value, but you should have the minimum text for the same value. So optimize it. Next thing, most people read their emails on a mobile phone, so make sure it's optimized for mobile. Why? Because it needs to be narrow enough and easy to scroll and read. Use space between the lines. Make short sentences. Don't use language that is not clear and understandable for example, 14-year-old. Make it easy. Don't complicate. Okay, don't use images. In my opinion, it's not useful. In most emails, images will just hurt you. It will hurt deliverability, and it will look like promotional content. All right, if you have to do it, but I wouldn't recommend unless it's giving value and it's not promotional. Don't do it. Then the layout should be as readable as possible. Don't have chunks of text. Just use bullet points, use lists, use short sentences and white space. Before I explain what you can do next, use layout for traders. So use this template to create a repeatable model that you will reuse every single time you're sending a broadcast or a signal. And this will make it quick for you to send emails. They will be valuable. People will be opening them. They will know what to expect. So if you are using an image, use a simple banner with your logo, only if you think it will help. Body should be short paragraphs, bolded key points, single CTA, unless you have it in the PS section. Use bullet points, and if you really want to, you can contrast the CTA with different color. So now that you have watched this video, the last part, if you want to perfect your email marketing, is just comment below. I will send you a link to the workshop that I will organize. And this will give you a complete, detailed, step-by-step guide on what you have to do to first learn everything you need to about email marketing. Then second, make sure that you pick the right platform for your email marketing. To set it up, make sure that the emails get delivered into inbox. Just this part is so valuable that you will not find it anywhere online in this detail, and so simple to implement. Then you will learn which emails to write, when to write them, what are the sequences and automations you should have to write the emails, and much more. So just comment below and I will send you the link. All right, thanks for watching.